Okay guys, here's what you need to make your movie box to publish your information report in. So you might need a craft knife or a Stanley knife. You might need a pair of scissors. You need your information report. Mine's typed up and printed out, but yours doesn't have to be. Yours could still be handwritten. You need 2 tubes, and I've got some old pipe here, but you could use toilet rolls or you could use paper towel rolls, okay, whatever you've got at home. And then I've got the box that it's going to go in, and this is just an old phone box, but you could use a cereal box or a shoe box would be great. The stronger the better. Okay, so that's what you need. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I've painted my box, but you might want to cover yours in coloured paper if you've got that at home, but you can paint it. And the first thing I'm going to actually do is cut out 2 circles on each side that are slightly bigger than the rolls that I'm going to use, okay? So I've put them in the same spot on each side, and then I'm going to cut out a square on the front there. You probably can't quite see that, but you'll see it once I've cut it out. Okay, I've cut out my first 3 holes and I'm just up to my last hole now. And this is the one you use your Stanley knife for. Depending on your box, you might be able to use your scissors to do this. I'd get Mum and Dad to help you. Okay, depending on what sort of box you've got, because this is a pretty hard cardboard, so I had to use a Stanley knife. But you might get away with scissors. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect. Okay. Right. Okay, so I've cut all 4 circles out of the sides. I'm just going to check that my pipes or my rolls fit through and they can spin nice and easily there. I'll just give you a bit more look. There we go. So just checking they spin nice and freely. Yep, that one's pretty good. And the bottom one. Yep, that's pretty good too. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, I'm now going to cut out my square here off the front panel, guys, which will be my viewing window, which will be where your information report will scroll up and down. So I'm nearly cut out my square here, guys. It's actually a rectangle now in the end. Again, if you're using the Stanley knife or the craft knife, get Mum and Dad to help you, okay? Because it can be tricky depending on your material. Okay, so now I've got the hole at the front and the holes on the sides. Okay guys, next step is to get your finished information report. And like I said, it can be typed up and get Mum and Dad to print it, or you can just handwrite it onto paper. Okay, and I'm sticking it all together so it's one long bit of paper, okay? And also what I've done is I've made sure that it's wider, if you can just see that there, it's wider than my front hole there. Okay, so you can't see anything but the information report once it's on the inside. So I'm making one long strip and I've just made it a little narrower, okay, than a normal paper, and stuck it all together for one big long poster. Okay, next step guys, I'm going to take my information report and I'm going to sticky tape it to the middle of what will be my bottom roller, okay? I'm just going to take one bit of tape all the way along that bottom piece of paper onto my pipe here. Okay, and I'm just going to check that that's all nice and square when I roll it up. Okay. Might need to trim it again. But that's pretty good. That's what I'm trying to get before I put it inside the movie box, okay? Okay, so guys, next step is to put my rolled up information report. I've just rolled it around the bottom roller there, and I'm going to carefully put that in. You might have to make your holes a bit bigger to get it in, depending on what you've used. And that's okay if it comes loose once it's in there, because now I'm going to grab it from the top of my box. So it's important that the top of your box is accessible, so you can get your hand down there to grab the paper to attach it to the next pipe. Okay, so now I'm going to put my top roller through Okay, so I've put my top roller through, and now I just have to sticky tape the top of my information report to that roller, trying to make it nice and square there, okay? Which is a bit tricky. Not sure if you can see that, but I'll show you what's happening once I've done it. So I'm just sticking it to the top of the roller. I had some tape already on my information report so that I can just do that. Just one line of tape across the top there. Now I can start to roll and see how square it is. Okay, so I'll roll the bottom first, which will take it back to the start, and then off we go. It's sort of there. Yep. And then you can just go back to the start by rolling the other way, just gently at first, because you might want to re-tape it just to make sure that it's going nice and square, okay? And now you can decorate the top here with a heading and put it whatever you like on it.